Welcome to this episode of Been There, Done That. My name is Patricia Baronowski-Schneider, CEO of Pristine Advisors, investor relations, public relations, and media relations and marketing firm with over 3 decades of experience working in a wide variety of niches across the globe. Today we're going to talk about, the robotics and the AI and the algorithms and whatnot that are involved in a lot of these social media programs. So say, for example, with YouTube, we had a recent issue where there was music posted on, basically if I'm doing these YouTube videos and then I had slides or charts or things like that and I'm not speaking, I put some music behind it just to give you something to listen to while you're watching this. And a lot of this is supposed to be free or supposed to be licensed or whatever the case may be. And then we get shut down for like a day or two as like a punishment for violating these, rules that you're not allowed to copyright or and it gets all like a little crazy because it is supposed to be valid. It's not like I'm posting, Bon Jovi's latest hits, whatever. But I had this issue once before where, those that know me know that I was a licensed skydiving instructor, was skydiving for over 15 years. So I was very also fluent with the camera, so I was always posting everybody's videos out there. My perspective, their perspective, and really making really cool videos. So I posted them constantly, and obviously since there's no music, it's a lot of windy noise, so you compensate that with music. So years ago it used to be you could put X amount of minutes per song and it was okay. So I had thousands and thousands of videos, and believe it or not, YouTube actually pulled my YouTube. All of my videos were gone. And by the time I realized that they did this, they claimed that they sent me emails and I never got any of that, but again, maybe I'm getting bombarded, they were stuck in my spam, I don't know. But by the time I realized this, when I went back to them, I couldn't even reactivate or download all of my videos back, so I lost all of that. Years and years of memory. And, it is, when rules change, it's kind of like, okay, well, notify people. And I don't know if I buy into these whole AI or algorithms or whatnot. So say, for example, Facebook, LinkedIn, all of them, they have these groups. Say just give an example, in investor relations. Sometimes, obviously, investor relations is if you have a company listed on the stock exchange who wants to communicate with the investors, retail investors, institutional investors, analysts, brokers, whatever. I'm the middleman communicating the messages between the two. But sometimes you have companies that are entrepreneurs and new companies, and they're looking to find investors to help them become a functioning company. So, they have various groups out there with angel investors, high net worth investors, hedge funds, whatnot. So you put your message, your pitch, and you're basically pitching it to these groups, which is the whole purpose of why these groups are even there. So I have my pitch, I have the thing, and I'll post it in maybe 4 or 5 groups. Well, all of a sudden, I get blocked, and it's kind of like the joke is you're in Facebook jail because Facebook has to investigate. It's almost as if they see you posting, they're seeing a thing repeatedly, they assume you're spamming, and they put you on hold. Well, the problem is that who's in charge of this? It's like there's no one person you can contact at all, and then you're kind of just in limbo. So whenever they get around to figuring it out, it's like, this is so stupid, though. This is the whole point of why you have these groups. They didn't do anything wrong. And in the meantime, say, for example, in my Facebook, I have groups, but it's also, I have a business page, but I also have a personal page. So now when this happens, it kind of holds me up for my business page. So it doesn't, I get where they're coming from, but I think they have to have a long way to go to fix this because it's it's not 100%. Like even with my Instagram got hacked, and who do you go to talk to? Meanwhile, at the same time, I'm getting so much nonsense online. Like Instagram, I get these people, like how many scammers are on here and spammers are on here. I get these women sending me pictures of them all seductive, taking their clothes, and I'm kind of like, I don't even know who you are. Why are you sending me this? I report that. But because they're not technically naked, I get told, I get a reply back saying they haven't violated any rules, so it is what it is. I'm like, they can send me this, and I can't do anything about it. But yet I'm sending what's legitimately allowed, and you block me for several weeks until you get around and look and say, okay, what you did was okay. So yes, the world is kind of changing towards technology and whatnot, and I think that could be a great thing, but there's definitely a lot of things that have to get tweaked along the way. But again, just my 2 cents. As the title of my post says, been there, done that. I can assure you that in my 35 years of working in the industry, I've done it all, and I've learned from many mistakes. I've learned so much, and I can help you do what works best to get your story in front of the audience that matters most to you. Contact me to learn more about my story. You can find out more about me on my website at www.pristineadvisors.com, and that's EDVISERS.com. You can also contact me by email at pbaronowski@pristineadvisors.com. You can reach me by telephone at 631-756-2486. Until next time.